Hey Josh, how's it going?
Good,
Welcome to
Kim.
the garden.
Thank you. It's so wonderful to be here.
Well, it's fun to have you here for sure. Especially representing Evergreen Mountain Bike Alliance.
Yeah,
It's there's a pretty neat common thread that we share, which is children and outdoor activities.
I know my son Rowan, who is 4 years old, who will hopefully be going to the elementary school here in a few years. And I actually think Classroom Bloom is going to be such an amazing resource for him. So, yeah, it is amazing to be here in the garden. I hadn't learned too much about Classroom Bloom until this connection, and I have to say, as a parent, it's a pretty amazing thing to see. And Kim,
That's
what's your mission here in the Methow?
Our mission, actually, just here at Classroom and Bloom, is to inspire kids to eat and grow healthy food and really just to connect with nature, just to be in the outdoors as part of a public school classroom. It's an outdoor classroom that they get to learn science, art, literature, how to dig in the dirt, how to wonder and explore the scenarios around us, just to be able to look around and ask questions and then maybe try to find answers if they so desire. So it's a lot of exploration, which is the favorite part of that. And we are so lucky to have that as part of our public school process. Of course, the other cool thing is that the kids eat all this healthy food coming right out of the garden, everything from raspberries to lemon sorrel to green beans, melons. Of course, there's the sweet, but then there's also this tangy, sour, those little tidbit bites that the kids love. And a great quote actually that we heard in the garden just a week ago, literally, was a little, I wanted to say a second grader, and the kid was just like all exuberant, just running around without, but being respectful, and said, I don't know why we'd ever play video games. We should just be here in the garden all the time. You just look at them like, man, can we push pause and just again and again and again? It was the coolest messaging to come from just a student on their own accord, right?
That is,
And
I can hear the background too, and you're also making me very hungry.
well, part of this cool thing is that so all this food, of course, we fill their bellies right when they're here in the garden. Every class is here every week at the elementary school, and then we have a bunch of high school students through a horticulture class, all the 8th grade students, their big history class, as well as their humanities, as well as their science class. They come out here. There's a culinary arts elective at the high school level, 9 through 12, that come out to the garden as well. So, we call it a garden, but it's actually a little bit more of a farm. And all of these students, K through 12, they work. They come out here to work in the garden. They come out here to learn lessons as that classroom environment, but then they turn around and they dig in the dirt, they turn the compost, they put it on the beds, they prep it for winter, they prep it for spring, they put plants in the ground, they tend to them, they do all the work. And so it really is not, it's a labor of love, but while we have volunteers, the students do most of the work. It's their place.